Greetings, everybody. I'm so excited today to be sitting with, first, let me introduce myself. I am Lori Bell, founder of Womanly Influence, and I'm sitting with Colonel Felicia Burks, and she is a recent participant in the Formation Challenge. And I'm so excited to get into her experience and what she did during the challenge, what life is like, what was it before, what's it like now, and what is she moving into at this time. So Felicia, tell us who you are. What are you doing right now? Let us know you.
So yeah, no, absolutely. And thanks, Lori, for the opportunity. So everyone, I'm Felicia Burks. Of course, I'm a senior military officer, but I'm also a business owner where I really thrive to help executives own their space as an executive consultant and coach, and really with a focus on women, but men alike, right? Because everyone's trying to learn how to lead, not only lead, but lead authentically, and then to be able to shape the future. So I I'm so glad that I discovered Lori's program, Womanly Influence, because it helped me to really tap into what I'm called to do at a higher level. And it has taken the limits off. So I'm really excited to share more about what I do, but really wanted to share my experience as a testimonial to the experience I had, but also to share how game-changing it was for me to be able to tap into this space and to be able to continue to reach into my next.
Thank you for sharing that, Felicia. So we found each other. So we known each other previously, but I made one post on LinkedIn, and I'm rarely on LinkedIn. I'm finding that I need to be more there now. But you responded almost immediately, and I want to know what what got your attention. Why did you decide that this was what formation was the space that you wanted to join?
Well, I mean, it was easy because I'm in an era in my life where I'm aware of who I am and who I'm called to, but not only that, I know the things that I desire for my future. And so as a woman who's a leader and an executive, you clearly tapped in, but I also see you as a wife, right? I know you a little bit more in other spaces too. And so I'm inspired by that because that's a full desire of mine. And I want to be able to partner with my husband, right, in those spaces so that we can win and win together. And so immediately I knew that I had tapped into my flow. Really, it was a flow, and I knew that I was in it, and I couldn't miss it because if we missed it, if I would have missed it, I wouldn't have gotten the experience that I just had, honestly.
Wow, awesome. I'm curious though, so you're a senior leader in the Air Force, you are a woman, gorgeous woman. I mean, the one thing that I've always admired about you is there was an edge that you had. There's a drive there. You can tell that you're not someone who sits down and allows things to happen. You are going forward. So like what have been some of the challenges that you faced as a senior leader and also wanting marriage and also wanting your business owner and entrepreneur? How has that journey been so far?
So, and I'll share, I've had to evolve a lot, right? At every level we ascend to, it takes a level of growth, right? It takes a different skill. And so when I think back, I was born and raised in, the South, Alabama. I'll share that. Great place. I'm so grateful. Got a great upbringing, great values from it. But it was also in an environment where women were somewhat restricted, right? Where a lid maybe have been placed on them. And so you either do this or that, not everything. And I think what happened for the longest, I had to endure my own experience and evolve so that I could see what I could do. But before this, it was my mindset, right? Which you helped me to realize was a limiting belief that I couldn't do both because if I'm leading in this space, how can I tap into this space? Not really fully allowing myself to show the world and to give the world everything that's within me to help women or women leaders to really thrive. And so I honestly have sold it myself short, right? And even listening to certain mindsets of people that even I've dated in the past, right? Suggesting that I was too driven, but knowing that I am a queen, queens help kings win. And so for me, it's important that I understand that and not limit myself. And so over the time, that was a lot of it. And then I had endured my own obstacles in life. And so at one moment, navigating those so that I can thrive and not just survive. But when I became more aware of myself and really increased my knowledge and awareness so that I can rise to a higher level of consciousness, things shifted. Where even with energy management, I understand how to use that in the emotional intelligence, and knowing that if I'm in a space and I'm called to something, that I need to do it and not allow someone else's perspective, experience, or even their thoughts to navigate my journey for me. So
That's awesome. So what was happening before formation? What were you feeling stuck with, or just wanted another level about? What was going on?
yeah, so before formation, like I knew I was close, like I've done some photo shoots for my branding, but I was waiting. I was trying to wait till it was perfect.
Ah,
And that was a limiting belief, really. And you helped me to discover that, because some situations won't always be perfect. It's a continuous journey, really, of evolution and building what we're trying to build based on what we see. And so you helped me to realize that. And then I discovered, like social media, right? Other brand leaders and coaches will say you need to set up all these platforms. You clearly said, no, you don't. And then you helped me to realize who I'm called to and what platform worked best for me. And so that became so clear. And honestly, it took the weight off. Like it
oh,
took the weight off. Yes. So that's
wow.
really what happened. I was listening to the other leaders who leverage social media a lot, especially like the IGs, YouTube, Facebook, etc. And I was beginning to think I had to tap into that space when my ideal client is on LinkedIn. So yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Wow, it took the weight off. I love that. Because so much when you're new to the space, when you're trying to build something right and you want to do it in a way that honors you and your gifts and then serves the people that you're here to serve, it's easy to get so swallowed up in what everyone says has to be. It has to be this way. And that's one of the things, in formation, we talking about queens, we had a queen theme in formation where we all up leveled our mindset. Queens get to decide the way they want to live. And so you did that work. I simply presented the idea. You had to make the choice, and you made those choices to show up in the places where you're most valued and where you can reach the most people. So congratulations for that.
Thank you, Queen, the
That is
Queen
awesome.
Maker.
Wow. How long had you been waiting before formation? When you said, I've been waiting, I got the shoot and the branding, but I've been waiting. How long were you waiting before
So
formation?
I'll be honest, and I don't want to say that I'm ashamed, because that's not anything that I attach to myself. But because I was listening to limiting beliefs at one time, I started this journey about 10 years ago. And then I navigated different seasons of my life that were obstacles and adverse moments. And then I was on a command track. And so my thing was, I've got to focus on the job at hand, right? I'm leading people. I need for my focus to be there. And I honored that space, not realizing that I could have been able to do both all along. However, what they say, the proverb, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And so I also say we've got to be at a level of readiness. And although I was ready then, I think probably I needed you back then, because it would have pushed me, because I know my personality type and the type of person I am, especially as a military leader. I need a different type of leader. And perhaps that would have helped me had I had you 10 years ago, but I didn't. And so, of course, that became the journey and many dollars invested along the way. But I'm here now and I'm so grateful.
Listen, we have a similar story. And let me tell you, 10 years ago, I was not ready. Absolutely not. I had to spend my thousands of dollars. So no, we both had to get it together. So wow. Wow. So we got a picture of what it was like before. What is it like now? What's life like for you now when you are now immersed in new ideas, new inspiration? So what are you up to now?
So, what I'm up to now, I'm really excited that you asked. So, one of the challenges that you offered us in the program, and we accepted, was to really take a bold move, really make a bold move, and really post what our business was about. And I had not done that before, to really talk about the executive coaching and consulting that I desire to do, because I know leaders need that, especially at the highest levels, because I think there are places where some leaders are not in harmony with themselves, and sometimes it's all professional, there's imbalance personally, or they're out of harmony personally. But what helped me to realize, right, as a woman, I continue to say this, right, I can be able to lead in my feminine. There's the confidence there, right? There's the confidence, I'm credible, but I wasn't always leveraging that space. And so as a woman, it is important for women who desire to lead in their feminine that we can do both. And so you helped me to realize that. And so when I posted that, the the actual picture with what I was going to do, I got a lot of positive feedback. And since then, you also gave us another challenge I want to share in there about the figure eights. And so that was really great. I won't share more because they need to come in and learn a little bit more about that program. But what it helped me to do was to really gain a lot more prospective clients. I've already had one coaching call last week. Yes, I did. And it was so great. And I have another one who's getting ready to start with me. But just by me doing that, because before I was like, okay, I'll just reach out to my community, the people I know. But when I took that bold move and I made that bold move, folks started reaching out because they then understood that I was executive coaching and helping them to reach a level what I had actually attained. And they really want that versus in the women empowerment thing, which I love. I love empowering women, but empowerment's not enough. You need skills to really lead effectively. And so you helped me to branch out. And now I've already, had my first coaching call. And so that was just within 2 weeks, right? So yeah, absolutely amazing.
Wow.
Mhm. So thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is so fantastic. Wow, how do you feel about it, about yourself and about your business and your life right now?
I feel amazing. I feel good. As I had briefly alluded to you when I saw your post, okay, I'm in a flow right now and I know that, but it helps me to be you. What you helped me to realize is that I can be centered, that I can be paced, that rest, right, is great for me, right? I had read the book Rest is a Resistance, but it's great for me because it helps me to be more in my feminine and to be able to operate at a higher level. And so by you sharing some of those, it helps me. But I feel really good and I know that I actually attract my ideal client. So I don't
Mhm.
have to sell myself short, right? And whoever I attract is ready. They are ready for what I have to offer. And so I feel really good about that. I don't have to sit there and put anything for sale because the client that's for me, I'm going to attract naturally. So yeah.
That is so beautiful. That is beautiful. So, what do you think life would be like had you not responded to the post? Had you just said, no, maybe next time I'll wait. What do you think would be the result of that?
Well, I think probably, and I'm gonna use a different analogy. You hear people
Okay.
talk all the time about how an eagle, when they're in a cage with chickens, they don't know they can fly. But I'm gonna use this one, right? Because
Okay.
we talk about, right, who's the king of the jungle, you know, it's the
Uh-huh.
lion, but the lioness is in partnership. And so I would still be thinking I'm the little cat going around, but no, a lioness energy, right? And the
Mhm.
lid has been removed. I can walk in a space and know that it's mine, right? My energy goes there. I sit there, set the temperature, and it's just so amazing. So I want to say thank you. And I need more. So I'll be excited when you offer programs that's going to take us to the next level. But I want to say thank you. Thanks for the opportunity because it
Oh,
helped me to level up.
listen, this was an honor. I told you, ladies, you were the most important women in my life because you ladies stepped up and said yes. There was no link on the post. There was nothing other than me saying, hey, this is coming. And you were like, where's the link? I want it now.
No, absolutely. And so it was great too, right? And how you honored us, right? Because I know who you are as a high level executive yourself, right? Your husband is an executive at the highest levels, and you have a family, but you honored us and showed space. And it's rare that I've seen that out of women.
Wow.
It's rare that I've seen that out of women at that level, especially when you know what, me and my other cohort was in your program, what we have, right? She's a serial business owner too, right? Entrepreneur, but you honored us. And it was just really amazing. And I knew that I had connected to the right leader that was not only going to help me to be my best self as a leader and a business owner, but also as the wife that I am. So it was just absolutely amazing. And I do need more. So I'm excited about
Yeah.
whatever you offer in the future for other coaching opportunities.
My goodness, that is so awesome. So, what would you say to another Felicia coming behind you who may be looking? She's in the position you were in where you had been waiting for years to launch. Then you came upon this program, you joined for 5 days, and now you're on the other side already having your first client. What would you say to her to encourage her to step into formation?
Now, I would say, right, take the limits off, take the lid off. You deserve this. You are worth it. Your future depends on it. The people that you're called to, they need you. The thing that's in you is necessary. So I say, lioness, arise, and queen, adjust your crown. Let's do
Woo!
this. Let's do this.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So before we end, tell everybody where they can find more about you, your program, and things that you're working on.
So for now, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm Felicia Burks, and that's where I'll be posting most things. But I can also be found at lady underscore fee underscore royalty at Instagram.com. But
That's
yeah, LinkedIn is necessary the place, and so you'll get to see more coming. But I offer executive coaching and consulting, and really for leaders who know that they're called to the C-suite, but also leaders who want to be able to have that harmony of leadership and lady.
awesome.
I think we can do both, and I offer that. So thank you.
Wow. Well, I will definitely make sure to tag you in wherever I put this and put all of your credentials so that people can connect with you. Let me tell you, Felicia, this is an honor. It was literally my honor to lead you in this. This was a desire of my heart. I did not know how it was going to unfold. I did not know if anybody would even join. And you said, it's me. It's for me. I'm coming. And so I really felt like the mantle was on so that I can give you everything that you came for and to lead you in that way. And it wasn't like me like leading you by the hand. It was shoulder to shoulder, really. It was that
Absolutely.
kind of leadership where it's shoulder to shoulder. I'm pointing out things, you're deciding yes, no, whatever,
Mhm.
whatever your move was going to be. And that was an honor to witness and to be part of your journey. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. The honor is mine. I'm just grateful in so many
Mm.
ways that the best is yet to come, seriously. And I'll be sure to make sure I attributed some of the success to you.
Yes, you did the work. I'm here pointing out the things. So, but I receive it and I know you, I'm looking forward to everything that you're about to bring forward. So on that note, thank you, Felicia. And I
Thank
cannot wait to
you.
see what happens next.